What up?
They're trying to be synchronized.
How's it going?
Hi there.
Hello.
Look at Ash!
How's the day, guys?
Oh, fabulous, fabulous. You know, I'm just enjoying the view.
Yeah.
Well, I just wanted to have a chat with you guys. Obviously, you know, they're going on the south side. I understand from what I've been told that I've played a part in that. Something I've been trying to rectify, I guess, with parties that I can, you know. I've spoken to Sparky to some extent about, you know, the grievances with me and the things that I've sort of played a part in. That shit I'm trying to like air out and get sorted, you know, make it known that it's not something that I'm actually actively trying to do. I do understand that, you know, what's done is done, and all I can do is, you know, work from now on, right? I don't know if other than the phone call thing I have with Sparky, if there's other stuff I've done. If there is, I want to sort of squash that. So if you got anything in mind, James, that comes to mind, I guess coming up to me, we can talk about that if you want, if you even care about that. But this talks more so about like going forward in terms with like the BCSO and the deputies, myself included, and sort of trying to have like some level of communication so that issues that are issues that shouldn't be happening sort of can get fixed, right? I've spoke, I don't know, I know to some extent you guys have been talking to the Saints members. I've spoken to the Saints a lot recently, and I think we've come to a level of understanding when it comes to these things. I think
they mentioned that earlier.
Yeah, I think our relationship with the Saints has improved a lot recently. I'm not coming here saying I want to leave, you know, as best friends. I don't expect anything as convo. I'm just trying to put the effort, any effort that we can or I can on our behalf to at least, you know, try to sort of figure out what we could, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, like, yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say, firstly, just to introduce you, this is Taylor right here.
Hello.
He's you know, he's up there with us. Higher than me, in fact. So he's probably the main one that's gonna be leading it. But
Cool.
I don't know this officer's name, so you can introduce yourself. Obviously, I know you, Ventura.
Hi, my name's Mustard. Nice to meet you.
Can you say that not a Max
Say
10,
yeah,
please?
yeah.
He talks very fast. Talks very fast.
Hello, my name is Jenna Mustard. Nice to meet you.
Oh,
Mustard. Okay. Nice to
Hello.
meet you, Jenna.
Hello, Jenna.
Her and I have been a big part in the, I guess, trying to, at least for shift one, trying to sort of communicate with the Saints and everything. And yeah, I mean, so
Phone's not around.
Taylor, I think if there's any on for me or anything, or you, I have the only question I would have immediately is there anything with me specifically that I could clear up and squash right now that I guess I could talk about?
So me personally, I haven't really had much, like, I guess, a personal issue with you. I think it's more of a what the rest of the boys and girls in the gang are saying, you know, like, it's like, don't get me wrong, you're doing your job, but I feel like at the moment there's a lot of, like, there is certain people in our group that you have pissed off, and I don't know if it's purposely, but it's definitely rubbed quite a few the wrong way.
Yeah.
I think more, I'm not sure personally on if you've been down on Grove all that much, but I know that a lot of people are getting pissed off with the aimlessness of you coming down for no reason and just sort of taunting people. And
yeah,
I think it's more of a, you know, your guys' job is to keep everyone safe, de-escalate situations and stuff like that, and it seems more or less like you're trying to escalate and cause problems, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I could understand that point of view for sure. So and this is me like speaking openly. I know from what I could remember. So the SK thing with the phone call, I didn't even really know what he was talking about because I mean contextually I gave him when I had called him or I told him to call me for the whole Saints thing. What that was in the moment was St. Clair actually told me, yeah, call Saint on my call SK on my behalf and find out what he wants. Right. That was Saint giving me permission to call and sort of just jokingly ask. But I can see how from the SK's POV, it could be looked at as me sort of flaunting the fact that I arrested the Saints, right, and being like some sort of big dick emotive.
Yeah. Also, to be honest, at the end of the day, right, you guys are cops. We're you know, we do illegal shit every day. We're never gonna be best friends. We're never gonna see eye to eye completely. You know, we took very different paths of life. But I think with you, you've not really done any crazy shit to us in particular, but it's been bad timing, right? Like, there's cops that we've, you know, you can joke around with sometimes, but with the whole shit that's going on right now, I think that definitely came at a very bad time. Yeah. So with what you've done, And obviously with all of us coming together with people around the city, you guys, you've done some fuck shit to other people, right? So therefore it looks bad, and then that on top, it just paints a bad light, right? And
yeah,
but no
and
one's really said you're the worst person out of everyone, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so I mean, like from my people, I'll give you, the only thing I can think about honestly of time of you could label as shit talk was that one thing, what was it, like a week ago up at White Garage. But I think, you know, with context, that was lighthearted, and I didn't think anybody took that the wrong way when we were kind of like, I guess, ragging on Shlomi and shit. But that's,
yeah, exactly.
That's not the issue where, you know, the big issue that everyone's trying to get at. I think it's sort of coming out to the block. I can honestly say I don't think I've ever been down to your block and shit talk. Even with the TRT shit, even though I do take part of it, I very much recently, I guess for the past few weeks, I'm sort of in the interceptor, and I'm not really in the front line. I'm kind of hovering on the side if for stuff I need to deal with, right? I don't usually. I can honestly say I don't think I've ever gone down to anyone's block and been like, you know, you guys are pussies or shit like that. I think that's just stupid, to be honest.
Yeah.
That's one of the big things we're trying to sort of fix right now, because I think the needless shit talk makes no sense. I think it just brews issues. As for like the TRT stuff as a whole, I'm assuming you guys are getting that sorted, I guess, with the Denzel or whatever.
Steps are being taken.
I know that in the past the photos and obviously were an issue. I think those have stopped for the most part for a while now. At least I know I haven't seen them for a little bit. I do agree that I did take part in them in the past, but like I said, actions now, those aren't really taking place. I don't think they are. So I'm talking about moving forward. I guess like the whole point of this is I want to just make sure you guys know that with the BCSO, whether, you know, you don't really, I'm gonna have to show that, you know, I'm not really shit talking. I can't just tell you and expect you guys to believe it. But the BCSO at least are taking it very seriously when it comes to our deputies and shit talking. I know that, you know, Cade is a shit disturber, and Quangle can be like a little bit of shit disturber. I don't know if he has been to you guys, but
yeah, not us, but his name
definitely has
a little bit.
Quangle definitely has.
Yeah,
Quangle's not me particularly then. We're
sort of trying to stop that because we don't want the issues to keep going. Cassidy, I don't know how much you guys talk to Cassidy, but he is shift 1 in the mornings. Our high command is sort of pushing towards like a little no tolerance when it comes to the dumb shit happening. And I think we have, whether, you know, even though we are, you know, you guys are criminals and we are cops, I think there's a common understanding of that we have a job to do, but we have to do it in a certain way that makes fucking sense. When it comes to the shit talking and the excessive shit and the shit that shouldn't be flying, we want to crack down on that shit. And we think you guys have the understanding that we're just not going to let you just sell weed, right? And ignore you guys in the south side. We have to,
of course
to
not.
some extent. So like, what I'm trying to say
at the
is
end of the day, you got to do your job, innit?
Yeah.
So
what I'm trying to say, I guess, is that we want you guys to bring the dumb shit to light to us so that we can deal with it, because we're never going to be able to fix it if we don't know about it. I know personally with the Saints, their biggest grievances are with the LSPD officers. I'm guessing you've heard about some shit recently with Saint in the cells, some shit talking that happened. Saint told me about that shit yesterday. I think that shit is just completely counterproductive to what we're trying to do here. But yeah, I just want to make it known to the gangs that like the BCSO, we're not involved in these convos you guys are having with the chief and whoever the fuck is there, because I guess they don't want us there. But we just want to make it known that we're willing to listen to the dumb shit and try to make change.
Yeah, I don't think it's that either, by the way. Like, the reason you guys aren't there is because we were literally we were just speaking to the top of the top, right? That's what that meeting was.
Well,
it was literally.
Yeah, I don't mean me. I don't mean any like regular. I mean like, you know, the sheriff has never been made aware of these convos. Never been, you know, hey, you want to come to this? Like, it, at least from my perspective, it seems like the LSPD is not trying to get us in these combos.
Yeah.
I know that Nino, at least in the past, has been anti-BCSO. What BCSO people are pissing you off. We're trying to get the BCSO deputies out of the city. So it's not surprising to me that they don't want us at these combos, or at least they're not trying to make an effort to get us included, right? But since we're not included, like I said, I'm trying to just make it known that we do want to try to fix shit that happens with our deputies, but we only have control with our deputies, right? That's I can only speak for those guys. Not really the SPD people. So yeah, from now on, I just want any issues that are about to light, I want it to be brought to us so that we can deal with it. I guess my whole point of this.
Yeah, I mean, it's appreciated you guys, you know, making that known. Obviously, we don't really know the structure of who we really have to speak to between BCS. So like, you know, there's a whole lot of politics that go on. We kind of stick to our own. Like, I wouldn't expect you to know the whole structure of the manor.
No,
when you expect to know the structure of the ballers.
I found your number on the lemon list today, so.
Yeah. So I mean, so it's Cassidy and then Bones up there or some shit, right?
Bones is the sheriff. He's top of the top. Cassidy is the undersheriff. I guess then you have like I guess Cornwood, but like, you know, we're not probably gonna skip Cornwood when it comes to this stuff. And you have Declan, Lieutenant Crane, in shift 2. I could give you Bones and Cassie's numbers so they wouldn't mind.
I got
you guys
both of
having
them, I
their numbers.
think. I definitely got Bones.
I mean, listen, like I said, myself, I can tell you guys, like I said, I'm not going to be trying to instigate anything from this point on. I'm like, as much as I do is like lighthearted jokes, but I think in the moment, other than the SK thing, I can sort of figure out when it's the moment for that and when it's not.
It's mainly like, you know, if we've been shot down or some shit, don't try to rub it in. And like,
no. I mean, I did that in I don't think I did that in the White Garage. I don't think you're even implying I did. But
exactly. Like, yeah, I wasn't. That's not what I was implying. I'm talking more generally. Our in the White
as a whole.
Yeah, I didn't have any, you know, issues with what happened in White Garage for that situation. I had issues with before it on the reason why you guys came down to the Grove, but I know that wasn't on you. So
yeah, which is and I think you were airing those in the cells, right? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
You were when we were talking about Shlomi and the girlfriend, all that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, which obviously that shit. It's like the problem is, and I know it's a problem, which is why it became a problem. Is our actions a lot of the time can snowball into a bigger issue. It leads to the issue falling on your guys' shoulders, and you guys sort of get out of it, right? And that should never be the case, right?
That's just started over a parking ticket, and to be honest, like a lot of, you know, us criminals around the city are hotheads, right? We are gonna mostly, more times than not, be on escalation, and the main point, and what was mentioned a lot earlier, is you guys kind of need to be on de-escalation rather than continuing the escalation and getting it higher and higher and higher, which I know is like, you know, you might be like, oh, well, it's easy for you to say, but yeah, I mean, that's why you guys got a job, and, you know, we unemployed making shit work, you know what I mean? But the fact that a parking ticket turned into Grove getting pushed,
didn't have to go that point,
and all of us getting over $100,000 in fines, you know what I mean? Like that shit, that's just kind of wild. Like that should never reach that high.
In my personal opinion, the whole parking ticket thing is like it's like a pick your battle thing. Like yesterday, Jenna, Loki, and I went down to the Saints block because we had a dress as your favorite criminal theme at the party. So we went to go take pictures with the Saints guys we just as. And like, you know, they got guns and shit. They got all their illegal cars, and I am a cop, but am I gonna go down there surrounded by all of them and really with their shit, you know?
Exactly.
No, because why would I do that, right? Yes, there's illegal shit. Yes, one of them had a Glockatron, but am I really gonna make a big deal about it then and there? No.
It's like back in the day, like, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but
no, you're good.
It goes back to 5 years ago, right? I don't know if you were a cop when it happened, but used to walk around with AKs and shit on their backs, and cops knew better then that, you know, you wouldn't pull up on a group of 6 people walking around with an AK-47 on their back trying to take it off them because it would cause bigger problems than it was worth. As long as they ain't using that AK and shooting up the burger shop, then cops most of the time didn't give a you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, like I said, it's like we could pick your battles thing, right?
Exactly.
But yeah, I mean, overall point, like I told, and the big point I gave Saint yesterday when I talked to him on the phone is because he was expressing, you know, how being shit talking the cells yesterday really, you know, it's kind of like pissing him off. It's like demoralizing him, right? Like, this whole thing. And I said, believe it or not, like I don't want this whole thing with the Southside to come to an end and there'll be no impact from it, right? I don't want you guys to just like stop what you're doing and then like the issues never be sorted, right? Because then it'd all be for nothing. We would have been getting shot for nothing. You guys, those who have been going to jail would have gone to jail for nothing. It would just been a pointless week of bullshit and headaches. So if like, even if when this does eventually come to an end, hopefully, if we can at least squash whatever problems or at least set up like future ways to sort of deal with this where it doesn't have to result in you guys having to gun us down and force out the Southside, then I think that's like an overall better outcome for everyone, in my opinion. Yeah,
no, for sure. I mean, in the meeting earlier, you know, I'm not going to go massively into what was said.
Yeah, no worries.
I'm sure you'll find out, you know, in due time anyway, but there was some potential resolutions that came out of it, so I'm sure over the next couple of weeks, obviously, because of, you know, cop and rubbercom going on, it might take a little while longer. I'm sure, you know, shit might start to slow down a little bit, and, you know, we can see if we can go back to being peaceful. Josh!
Perfect. I mean, listen, that's...
Yo, my guy with a raid! Appreciate you, man!
The middle ground when it comes to the bullshit, and we can squash that.
Appreciate you, bro! Yo, we gotta run Olympics again soon, man.
You just let me know if anything. Also, I guess it's good to mention, the interceptors...
What up, chat? Hope you guys all doing well.
But the interceptors, we're starting to... I'm in charge of it for shift 1, which I guess is mainly around the time where we'll be seeing you guys if you guys
We're in
see
like a
people
big
fucking
RP
around with
meeting
it,
right now.
like doing things that you feel like they shouldn't be doing.
Over the
Just let
between
me
all the
know,
cops
'cause
and like
I'm
the
supposed to be
all the
dealing with that.
Southside
Even if, like,
gangsters
I do
teamed
something
up and
that you don't
shit.
necessarily go talk to me about it. That's not something that we want people around with.
Julie, I'm
sort
gonna
of,
team
you
one for
know,
9
being
months. Thank you
stupid
so
with.
much.
I think that falls in line with what I
Yeah.
said, you know, let us know so we can solve that shit, right?
Yeah, I mean,
But yeah.
I haven't really seen them being like overused and shit, to be honest.
No,
so
because
far.
we're not, because it's been like just me and Shift
Oh,
One, but
fair
we're
enough.
slowly starting to add people into it, you know, different people in the shift. And once, you know, once more people got their hands on it and more people are driving it, that's when it might open it up to, you know,
Yeah, you don't want it to
potential
be
misuse. But I
every
don't want it- I don't want
single
that.
every single launch around cash exchange has 3
course not.
interceptors chasing it. Yeah, I get that.
No. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I got Jenna. You got anything to say? Jenna's always the voice of reason.
I don't really have anything else to add. I do think it's really important where if you see issues, if you can, I know it's not always the most comfortable thing to name names and such, you know, but knowing exactly like what the issue is and who is causing that issue is, you know, it makes it a lot easier for us to like target directly who that is for, you know, in terms of retraining or you know, what have you on our side, right? Because if you just say, well, you guys are causing an issue, then if it's a blanket thing like, hey guys, pull your head in, the people who already aren't doing that are gonna be like, well, what I'm doing is okay because no one's spoken to me, you know what I mean?
No, I get that.
So
Yeah, I get you.
To be honest, like
Yeah,
if my
and-
name was never brought up, I probably would have never even known I did anything.
Yeah,
Like I would have never even known. So now that I knew that I was, you know, brought up to some extent, that I can just sort that out, squash it, and from this point on, no, you know.
yeah. I mean, there was some names put forward, so I mean that's up to the
Hopefully,
you know the higher ups on if that gets communicated or not.
I guess you guys keep in mind, you know, you had your talks with LSPD. I hope that they're transparent to us in communication wise to tell us, you know, what is going to become of it. So hopefully what we hear is what they told you, but we're going to do our best. So if you guys need to ever sort stuff with us, just let us know.
We'll do. Yeah,
We
Yeah,
are
of
actually
course.
seriously squashing down on deputies.
yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah, if you want to send me through Cassidy's number, I'm pretty sure I got Bones already, I think. But you might as well just send me through them both, and I can just pass them around and shit. Make sure everyone's got them.
Here, I'll my number's also in the lemon list. Taylor Lot.
Sorry, I'm getting really stanced up here. Give me a sec.
Oh, today's been a good day at RP. I can't lie.
damn, he's locked in.
Yeah, this phone really gets me going. All right, I'll text you the numbers.
578.
All right.
Is like, I mean, before we end this off, is there anything that you wanted to bring up? Like, you want me to tell me to go myself, even if you want? Like, I want to make sure that we're left off with like nothing that has to be said and being unsaid. You know?
No, to be fair, I think we've addressed it for the most part. I will be honest. I think a lot of the issues we've mainly had are with LSPD, but obviously there is a few officers that have pissed off our group.
Of course.
Yeah, I think we've cleared it all here.
Yeah.
I mean, we took away Cade's Twitter account this week.
Yeah, that's a good idea actually.
Where, you know, even if like, bring shit up, even if you say, tell me, even if James, you comment, they say Cade's being a dick or Cade's doing some dumb shit, like he's gonna get called up right away and then shoot out. You know, it's Bones has literally said he'll fire Cade. He's like, if Cade does the dumb, he'll fire Cade.
Yeah. Nah,
Like,
I mean, we'll see over time, right? Like, I think a lot of these issues is very pent up. So the only way for it to completely sort itself out is just to fizzle out over time.
I mean, yeah, actions, you know, words only go so far. You see action, right?
Exactly.
So we're trying to show that. We're gonna try to prove that to you guys in time and show that we're not just chatting shit. And you know, hopefully come to good terms at the end of it.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
I bet.
Appreciate you guys coming out.
Yeah. You guys have a good day, okay?
Yeah,
Yep.
you
Catch
too.
you
Thanks
later.
so much, you guys.
Nice meeting you.
Yeah.
Have a good one.